The Parasite Car is an episode that feels sort of like an intermission. While the episode gives more time for the audience to witness the bond between Jesse and Lake growing, and even ends with Jesse's number going down, none of the events directly progress the character arcs of Jesse and Lake. If you had to cut one episode out of the second season of Infinity Train, this would undoubtedly be the episode to choose. That doesn't mean it wasn't enjoyable per se, it just means the episode contributes the least to the overarching narrative of the season. And while there are stakes to the episode in the form of Alan Dracula's body being held hostage, the danger levels don't ever feel particularly high. Right away, the body-controlling parasite felt like a temporary inconvenient setback for the deer that would be solved by the end of the episode, not a life-threatening hazard that would paint the plot going forward. As such, this episode feels like breathing room. Lake and Jesse have had a rocky start to their relationship, but have finally overcome their interpersonal issues after being honest with each other. Now the two are finally on good terms, and it shows this episode.
Brought together by the majesty of a superpower deer!
Lake is willing to answer practically any question Jesse throws at her.
Do reflections go to the bathroom?
Okay, question time's over.
Like I said, practically any question. One of Jesse's questions was pretty intriguing though, and revealed some mirror world lore to us. When a Prime dies, the mirror version is given a choice to become a Fleck and hold on to their memories, or reset their memories and begin reflecting a new Prime. So as a mirror entity, your options once your Prime dies are, become part of the system, keep starting over until your mind is such that you would want to become part of the system. If you try to deny or defy the system in any way, be ready to get sanded into nothingness by the mirror police. It's an absurdly restrictive pipeline of a society going on with the mirror world, and pretty clearly it's an indictment of police states on behalf of the show's creators. Outside this one bit of exposition, the rest of the episode is just hijinks with Perry the Parasite, until Jesse and Lake finally comprehend that letting somebody else pilot Alan Dracula's body was a garbage idea. It was interesting that Lake would have probably tried to remove the parasite right away if Jesse's go-with-the-flow personality didn't quell Lake's lack of trust.
You didn't trust me at first either, but look at us now.
My interpretation of why Jesse's number goes down at the end of the episode is that he realizes he shouldn't be too trusting in the motivations of others. The moral of this episode reminded me a good amount of the beach car from Book 1. The premise of both episodes was to be cautious about following the path of least resistance. You best be wary of committing to something you're unsure about simply because it's the most convenient at that moment.
And you can ride me like a horsey all day long. Convenient, right?
There's also a shared message about not making choices on behalf of someone else's bodily autonomy. In the beach car, Tulip made a deal to the cat to trade 1-1 away as if they were property. In the Parasite Car, Jesse and Lake end up taking Perry's word that Alan Dracula is cool with being piloted without ever confirming the deer's desires directly. Lake and Jesse had to witness Alan Dracula's attempts at ejecting the parasite from his body before realizing that silence isn't agreement. And besides being similar in a thematic sense, both the beach car and the Parasite Car feature someone trying to deceptively take advantage of others, and succeeding at that task until the climax of the episode. The beach car has a clear edge over the Parasite Car, however, because it introduces us to the cat, who continues being a very important character for the rest of the first season, and even plays a minor role in this season. Heck, the trailer for Season 3 gave away that we still haven't seen the last of the cat. I mean, it's certainly possible we'll see Perry make a minor background appearance in Season 3, but he's certainly not an important character. He doesn't even make additional appearances in Season 2. And besides being a quick talker, I'm not even sure that I would call him a smooth talker, Perry really isn't all that compelling anyway. Sorry, dude. Randall is the cute funny character everyone wants to see more of, not you. And Randall was also debuted in the beach car. I'm really making it seem like this is just an inferior version of the beach car, but the episode was still fairly fun. It was acceptable for the purpose of what it sets out to do, which is just give us some breathing room and have everybody bond a little bit while learning a generalized lesson. Seeing Jesse and Lake finally on roughly the same wavelength for once was really nice, although I did get a major kick out of their difference in opinion regarding deer with human hands. Lake is completely against that concept.
Please never turn your hoof into an adult human hand again.
While Jesse is super into it.
Down low, APD!
While Alan Dracula's physiology allows it to grow a hand as if it was a fruiting body or something, the moment should have still reminded everyone of the deer from Adventure Time who wears hooves over hands that were already there. I feel like anytime a deer with human hands appears in media from now on, everybody's mind is just gonna go to that Adventure Time deer, and for good reason. My opinion on cervids with human hands is probably somewhere in between Lake and Jesse, because if I was interacting with a deer that had human hands in real life, I think I would be simultaneously really psyched and creeped out. I think the Infinity-style hands, which seem distinct from the rest of the deer's body, creep me out far less than the Adventure Time version, though. Having the animal's base form include human hands is more unnerving than those hands transforming through magic.
Put that away!
Oh, and of course, the Drag Race-inspired fashion catwalk contest was also quite amusing. My favorite part of that, though, was just how proud of Alan Dracula both Jesse and Lake looked. I mean, it sucks that Alan Dracula was actually trying to fight for control of his body during the performance, but Lake and Jesse's faces are just so full of joy that it was still a somewhat sweet moment, if you ignore the circumstances around it. Alright, so that's gonna be a wrap on my thoughts for now, and I hope to see you in the next review. Infinity Train's 3rd season will be out August 13th, so hopefully I can get through all these Season 2 reviews before then. Wish me luck.